I tap my fingers against the cold metal of the bench, glancing at my phone for the 100th time. No messages. No calls. Just the faint hum of hospital chatter drifting out the automatic doors. "Hey, you waiting for someone?" a voice interrupts. I look up. Nurse Kelly, clipboard in hand, smiles kindly. "Yeah, my girlfriend," I say, forcing a smile I don't feel. "Oh, is she a patient here?" she asks, tilting her head. "Kind of, she had some tests done. I've been waiting since early morning." My voice cracks a little and I clear my throat. Kelly nods knowingly. "Hospitals make people anxious. I see it all the time." She glances at my phone. "You keep checking it too." "I can't help it," I admit. She said she'd be here at 7 and it's almost 10. Kelly's eyes soften. 3 years together? "Yeah. 3 years," I say, my voice dropping. "I thought I knew her, everything about her." "And yet," she prompts. I shrug, staring at the revolving doors. "There's something off. I can't explain it." Kelly nods, scribbling something on her clipboard. "Sometimes people surprise us for better or worse. Don't read too much into waiting." I want to believe her, but my gut twists every time someone walks past and smiles. I think I see her, long brown hair, familiar laugh, but it's never her. My heart jumps and sinks in the same second. "Excuse me," a man says, pausing in front of me. "Are you Ryan Carter?" "Yes, that's me," I answer cautiously. "I work in radiology." "You can wait in the lounge, she's still in with the doctor." He smiles and leaves. Relief floods me. I pull out my phone again, scrolling through old messages. "Hey, everything okay?" I text Madeline. Nothing. I stare at the screen until it burns my eyes. Texting her again? Nurse Kelly's voice startles me. "Yeah," I mumble. I just want to know she's okay." She sits beside me for a moment. "I've seen couples go through worse. You love her clearly. But waiting like this, it eats at you." "I know," I say. "It's just, I don't know what to do with the waiting, you know?" Kelly sighs, looking around the entrance. "Sometimes the waiting teaches us patience, or warns us of what's coming." "What do you mean?" I ask, uneasy. She shrugs. "I see people get surprises every day. Some happy, some not so much." Her words sit in my chest like a weight. I shake it off, standing up to pace. "I guess I'm just scared," I admit. "I've never felt this empty waiting for someone who's supposed to be my world." Kelly watches me, nodding. "It's natural. But you can't let it consume you. People sometimes do things we don't expect. Keep that in mind." I mutter, "I hope she's not one of those people." A group of visitors passes and a man leans toward a woman, whispering. I overhear a fragment. "She left with him, without saying goodbye." My stomach twists violently. I freeze. "Wait, what?" I whisper, more to myself than anyone. Kelly notices the change. "Everything okay?" I shake my head, staring at the revolving doors as if they might answer me. I think I just heard something. About her. "People say things sometimes," she says cautiously. "Don't believe everything you overhear." "I know," I reply, though doubt gnaws at me. "But it sounded real. It sounded like she left, with someone else." Kelly gives me a sympathetic look. "I won't sugarcoat it. You might need to prepare for whatever comes next. Waiting won't change it." I slump back onto the bench, heart hammering. I thought I'd see her. That she'd come out and smile at me. I'd make everything okay. "Sometimes the heart wants things the mind knows aren't coming," Kelly says gently. "Try to stay calm. Breathe. You've waited this long, you can wait a bit more." I close my eyes, gripping my phone until my knuckles whiten. Every second stretches like a lifetime. Part of me wants to run inside, demand answers. Another part prays I'm imagining it all. The clock ticks, the hospital hums, and I realize something terrifying. I might not be seeing the person I love at all. I scroll through my phone again, staring at the same message thread we'd had for years. Every "good morning," every "I love you," it all feels like a lie now. My thumb hesitates, hovering over her name on Instagram before I finally open her story. There she is. Madeline Green, smiling, leaning into Jason Moore, her ex. My stomach twists. My chest tightens. No, this can't be real," I whisper, voice shaking. I call her immediately. Ring after ring. Voicemail. I call again. Nothing. I pace the apartment. "Madeline, pick up, please." My fingers slam against the table. I can't think straight. I feel like the air is too heavy to breathe. I grab my coat. I need to see Jason. I need answers. The coffee shop isn't far. I see Jason before he sees me, laughing at something on his phone. My fists clench. Ryan? He finally looks up, surprised. What the hell are you doing here? Cut the act, Jason, I say, my voice tighter than I intend. Where's Madeline? He smirks, not meeting my eyes. She's not yours anymore, Ryan. What do you mean she's not mine? I feel my knees weaken. We've been together for 3 years. We've shared everything, don't you dare. Jason holds up a hand, calm, almost smug. Don't get dramatic. She's with me now. That's it. Move on. Move on. I repeat, incredulous. Move on like she never existed? Like every plan, every promise we made, poof, gone? Jason shrugs. She wanted this. Not my fault you didn't see it coming. Not your fault. I laugh bitterly, pacing in front of him. You knew she was mine. You knew what she meant to me and you. Ryan, calm down. Seriously. His tone annoys me even more. She's not your problem anymore. She's her own person. And right now, she's happy with me. I stare at him, shaking. Happy with you? After everything? Are you kidding me? Jason finally looks me in the eye. You've got to accept it. She's chosen me. I feel heat rise to my face. Chosen you? My voice cracks. You think she'd choose someone who hurt her? Who? She didn't choose me to hurt you, Ryan. Jason's smirk fades slightly, replaced with something almost like pity. She's just done with waiting for you. Done with waiting? I shout. People at the coffee shop glance at us, murmuring, I don't care. You mean done with me? Jason shakes his head. She's done with the past. With all of it. You're living in memories, man. Move forward, or stay behind. I can't breathe. I want to punch him, to scream, to collapse. Instead, I whisper more to myself than him. I thought I knew her. I thought I mattered. I thought. You did matter. But that's over now, Jason says softly, almost annoyingly calm. I'm not the villain here. She made a choice. I can't stop pacing. Choice? That's what this is. You call this a choice? She left me for you? After everything? Jason leans back in his chair. Yeah, after everything. You should have seen it coming, Ryan. You were too busy holding on to her to notice the cracks. I collapse into a nearby chair, gripping my head. Cracks? Cracks were supposed to be fixed. We were supposed to. I don't even know what we were supposed to be. But not this. Not this. You're pathetic, man, Jason says coldly. Seriously. Grow up. She's moved on. You're stuck. I push myself up, eyes burning. Stuck. Maybe I am. But I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forgive this. Not ever. Jason laughs, a low, mocking sound. You'll just make yourself miserable. Trust me. Don't drag this out. Don't drag this out? I repeat, voice shaking. Jason, you don't understand. This isn't just some fling. This is my life. My heart. My everything. Jason leans forward, voice low. Then stop whining and do something about it, or live with it. Your choice, Ryan. I stumble out of the coffee shop, hands shaking, my chest pounding like it will burst. Every step feels heavier than the last. Every breath tastes like betrayal. Outside, I try to call Madeline again. No answer. Voicemail. Nothing. I feel hollow. Like someone carved a hole right through me. Why? I whisper to the wind. Why would you do this? Why would you just leave? My hands tremble. I punch the nearest wall lightly, not enough to hurt, just to feel something. The world feels unreal. I keep repeating her name, Madeline, Madeline, until my throat burns. I walk aimlessly down the street, ignoring cars and people. All I can think about is the Instagram story, her smile, Jason's smug face, and the unbearable, crushing truth. Everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and happiness is gone. And I don't know if I can ever get it back. I walk down the city streets, hands shoved into my pockets, mind spinning like a broken record. Every step echoes with memories of Madeline Green. Her laugh. The way her hair caught the light. The coffee dates we had. The promises. All of it now twisting into betrayal. I punch a lamppost, not hard, just enough to feel something. Why would she do this? I whisper, chest tight. A stranger bumps into me. Watch where you're going, he snaps. Sorry. I shout, too loud, too angry. I keep walking, muttering, why her, why now? My phone buzzes. Ethan Reynolds. I almost ignore it, but I answer. Ryan. Ethan's voice cuts through the chaos. Dude, are you okay? Okay. I laugh bitterly. Do I look okay? Do I sound okay? Whoa, calm down. Tell me what happened. Ethan says, patient but firm. Madeline. She left me for Jason, I say, voice breaking. I saw them together, smiling, like I didn't exist. Like everything we had meant nothing. Damn it, Ryan. I told you this could happen, Ethan says bluntly. You've been living in a fantasy. You can't control her feelings. Wake up. I know. I shout, kicking at the sidewalk. But I loved her, Ethan. I loved her more than anything, and now I'm nothing. Ryan, breathe. Ethan says, almost shouting. You're letting her control you. That's the trap. Don't do it. Don't give her that power. I can't. I whisper, voice trembling. I keep seeing her laugh, her smile, everything we shared, it's all gone. Look, Ethan says softly but firmly, you have two choices. 1, let her keep destroying you from afar. 2, take control of your life. You decide. I sink onto a bench, chest heaving. Control. I don't know how. I feel like I'm falling apart. Ryan, listen to me, Ethan says, almost commanding. You are not falling apart. You're human. You're hurt. But don't lose yourself over someone who's already left. Focus on you. Do something. Anything. Start small. I bury my face in my hands, the tears finally coming. I can't stop thinking about her, about what I did wrong, about every fight, every stupid mistake I made. You didn't ruin everything, Ryan. You just weren't the right fit anymore. And that's life, Ethan says. Stop blaming yourself. You can't control her choices. I slump back on the bench, staring at the sky turning gray. I thought she'd always be mine. I thought love meant forever. I was wrong. Ryan, forever isn't guaranteed. You need to accept that. And right now you're in pain, and that's fine. But you can't let it paralyze you. Don't waste your energy on her. I wipe my eyes, voice shaking. I don't know if I can forgive her, or if I want revenge, or if I just need to walk away completely. Then figure it out, man, Ethan says. But don't sit there crying like a ghost in your own life. Make a choice. For you. Not for her. I stand pacing again. Everywhere I go, every street, every corner, I see her. I hear her laugh. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Ryan, that's normal, Ethan says. Memories hit hard. But you're not a prisoner. You decide how long they stay with you. Right now you have to choose. Let them destroy you or use this to rebuild yourself. I punch the wall of a nearby alley hard enough to feel it sting. I feel like I'm losing everything. My heart, my trust, my sense of self. How do I even start over? You start with yourself, Ethan says calmly. Small steps. Run. Write. Cry. Scream. Do whatever you need, but do it for you, not for her. And for God's sake, stop lashing out at random strangers. I chuckle bitterly through my tears. Yeah, right. That's the first thing I've done all day. Kick a lamppost, yell at a stranger. Definitely productive. Ryan, listen, Ethan says, tone softening. I've got your back. But you need to take control. Not her. Start now. Call me when you feel like screaming again, but promise me you'll try to do something positive too. I promise, I whisper, though unsure if I can keep it. I walk home slowly, each step weighted, chest tight. I replay every fight, every smile, every whispered, I love you in my head. Pain stings with every memory, but there's clarity too. I realize something I hadn't admitted before. I can't stay frozen. I can't stay in this pit of heartbreak forever. I open my apartment door, collapse onto the couch, and hug my knees. I have to make a choice, I murmur. Forgive, revenge, or detach, but I can't stay paralyzed. I close my eyes, listening to the hum of the city outside. The world keeps moving. I need to move too. I need to breathe. I need to start taking my life back one step at a time. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find a way to survive this. I sit in my car, hands gripping the steering wheel, eyes glued to Madeline Green and Jason Moore's social media posts. The way Madeline laughs in that photo, leaning against Jason, makes my stomach twist. Unbelievable, I mutter, slamming my hand against the wheel. A notification pops up, another story. I click it, hoping, praying, but it's more of the same. Smiles. Joy. Jason's arm around her shoulders. My chest feels like it's being crushed. Why does this hurt so much? I whisper to the empty car. I open my notebook and start writing, anger spilling over the pages. You think you can just leave me, Madeline? You think this is okay? You broke me, you broke us? I pause, staring at the words. My hands shake. This is wrong, I tell myself. I can't send it. Not now. I slam the notebook shut. Okay. Think, Ryan. I picture Jason Moore, smirking the way he looks like he owns the world. He doesn't deserve this fight, I mutter. But, can I let it slide? Do I just stay silent? I grip the steering wheel tighter, teeth clenched. No. I can't just let it go without something. But what? I call Ethan Reynolds, hoping for a lifeline. Ryan. Ethan answers immediately. You sound like you're about to explode. What's happening? I don't know, I admit, voice trembling. I want to confront them. Madeline. Jason. Everything. But I also think maybe I should just disappear. Focus on myself. But I can't stop thinking about them together. Ethan sighs. Ryan, you need to stop letting them dictate your emotions. You have options. But don't do anything you'll regret. Revenge? Confrontation? Those are temporary. Focus on you. That's permanent. I lean back in the seat, chest heaving. You're right. I can't let this ruin me. But I can't just sit here and pretend it doesn't sting. Then start with yourself first, Ethan says. Sharpen your mind, your body. Work on your future. Let the rest follow. You'll feel stronger, trust me. I nod, taking a deep breath. Okay, I'll try that. I need to regain control, not just over her, but over me. I pull out the notebook again, scribbling down a letter to Madeline Green. Every word drips with heartbreak, betrayal, and anger. You left me. You chose him. I trusted you. I loved you. You didn't even say goodbye. I read it over, feeling my chest tighten. My hands shake. I close the notebook. No, not now. Maybe never. This is for me, not for her. I start the car, engine rumbling softly, but I don't move yet. My mind races. Focus on me. Run. Train. Work. Think. Control. Ryan, you can't let them win by breaking you completely. I glance at the next notifications. Madeline Green laughing in a group photo with friends I barely recognize. My fingers clench the steering wheel. Her new circle, it's fine. Let them be. I need to be stronger than them. Stronger than this. I close my eyes for a moment. I'm done being a victim. I'm done letting her actions control my life. This is my life now. My choices. My path. I take a deep breath and exhale slowly. I can't change what happened. But I can change what I do next. And I will. I start the car, driving aimlessly at first, letting the city pass in a blur. The letter sits on the passenger seat, unread by anyone but me. Rage and heartbreak are still there, simmering, but beneath it is a spark, a determination. I'll get through this. I'll get stronger. I'll take control, I whisper, gripping the wheel tighter. And I won't let them see me broken. Not ever. I smile faintly at the thought, almost cruel in its clarity. Madeline Green, Jason Moore. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning. But for me, I look out the windshield, city lights reflecting in my eyes, chest swelling with something like resolve. I'll focus on myself, sharpen my mind, build my body, reclaim my life. Let them have their laughs, their smiles. I'll have my victory. One step at a time. I press the accelerator lightly, letting the car move forward. My heart pounds not from anger but from purpose. This is the choice. This is the path. And I won't waver. I slam my laptop shut and run a hand through my hair. Another spreadsheet, another report, another endless day trying to keep my mind off Madeline Green. It's exhausting. Ryan, you okay? Claire Thompson's voice cuts through my fog. I glance up to see her leaning against the doorway, arms crossed, eyes sharp. I'm fine, I mutter, forcing a tight smile. Fine. Claire raises an eyebrow. Because you've been frowning at your screen like someone died in your coffee cup. I just focused, I say quickly, avoiding her gaze. Claire walks over, placing a hand on my shoulder. Ryan, you can't hide from this forever. Whatever's eating you, it's showing. People notice. I don't need advice. I snap, then immediately regret it. My chest tightens. I just want to focus on work. That's all. She sits across from me. Focus doesn't mean burying your emotions, Ryan. You need to confront them. Face the mess, not just the spreadsheets. I lean back, crossing my arms. And what if I can't? Claire smiles faintly. Then you'll stay stuck. But you're stronger than you think. I've seen it. I stare at my coffee, thinking of Madeline Green. Of her laugh. Of everything I lost. I don't even know where to start, I whisper. Start with yourself, Claire says firmly. Right. Run. Train. Do something that reminds you exist outside of her. I nod slowly. I can do that. I'll try. Later in the gym I push my limits. Each rep, each mile my body burns but my mind clears. I mutter under my breath, one step at a time. One step at a time. You're really pushing yourself, a trainer says, noticing my pace. I need this, I reply, chest heaving. I need to feel like I'm moving forward even if it hurts. By the end of the week I run my first 10K. My lungs burn, legs ache, but I feel alive. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Back at work, Claire notices the difference. You look lighter, she comments, eyes softening. Maybe a little, I admit. I'm still working through things, but I'm trying. She nods. Good. Don't stop. And Ryan. Yeah. Don't run from your mistakes. Not just with her but with yourself. You'll learn more that way. I pull out my notebook during lunch and start writing. Not letters to Madeline Green, not complaints, not anger. Just thoughts. Memories. Mistakes. Wins. Failures. I can't control her choices, but I can control me, I mutter to myself. Claire glances over, curious. That's good, she says quietly. Self-reflection isn't weakness. It's strength. I'm trying, I say softly, staring at the page. Each word feels like a step forward. That evening, I run through the park, letting my legs carry me while my mind races. I think about the past, the heartbreak, the anger. I let it flow, let it hurt, but I don't let it stop me. You're getting stronger, I tell myself, chest heaving, sweat dripping. Not for her. Not for anyone. For Ryan Carter. Back in my apartment, I journal again, reviewing past mistakes, not to punish myself but to understand. I've been too passive, I write. Too trusting. Too focused on what I can't control. Claire calls later. How's the journey? Hard, I admit, smiling faintly. But I feel like I'm making progress. Every small win counts. Exactly, she says. Keep building. You'll see how far you can go when you're focused on yourself first. I hang up and sit back, staring at the ceiling. For the first time in weeks, I feel a faint spark. Hope. Control. Momentum. I'll get through this, I whisper. I'll reclaim my life. One step, one choice, one victory at a time. And maybe someday, karma will take care of the rest. I wander through the bookstore, fingers brushing over the spines of novels I don't really care about. My mind drifts to Madeline Green, Jason Moore, and the social media posts I've tried not to obsess over. Hey Ryan, a familiar voice says behind me. I spin around. Liam Bennett? I ask, startled. Yeah, small world, Liam says, scratching the back of his neck. He's holding a thick novel awkwardly. I didn't expect to see you here. Me neither, I say cautiously, chest tight. How's it going? He shrugs, glancing at the shelves nervously. It's okay. You know, life. I nod slowly. Yeah, life. My stomach twists. Listen, I don't want to pry, but how's Madeline Green? Jason Moore? Liam hesitates. Well, I mean, they're not exactly perfect. He glances around, lowers his voice. Things haven't been as smooth as everyone thinks. There's tension. I freeze, heart hammering. Tension. I whisper almost too loud. Yeah, it's complicated, Liam says, shifting his weight. They argue. A lot. Jason, he's not always, well, you know, considerate. And Madeline, she's frustrated. I mean, they're unstable. I feel a flicker inside me, a mixture of disbelief and satisfaction. Unstable? I repeat, voice tight, chest rising with conflicting emotions. Liam nods. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's my place to say more, but it's messy. You know, Jason, well, Jason. I swallow hard, suddenly aware of my own reaction. I shouldn't feel this way, I mutter, looking down at my hands. But part of me can't help it. It's relief. Relief. Liam repeats, confused. Why relief? I shake my head, frustrated at myself. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Liam frowns. Ryan, you look conflicted. Something's going on. You okay? I laugh bitterly. Conflicted is one word for it. I don't know what to do with this information. Part of me wants to, I don't know, intervene? Warn someone? Or just walk away? Liam's eyes widen slightly. Intervene? Ryan, you can't. Exactly, I cut in, chest tight, voice low. I can't. It's none of my business. But it feels like it is. And I hate that. I hate feeling this glee, this satisfaction that they might be struggling. I shouldn't. It's wrong. Liam nods slowly, understanding. Yeah, I get it. You're caught between wanting justice or maybe revenge and morality. Exactly, I whisper, gripping the book I've been holding for support. Do I say something? Do I expose them? Or do I stay silent and pretend I didn't hear anything? Do I let karma take its course? You have to ask yourself, Ryan, Liam says softly. Would intervening make you better or worse? I stare at the floor, chest tight, mind spinning. I don't know. Part of me wants to feel some control, I guess. Part of me wants revenge in the smallest way. But I can't. I won't. Not like that. Liam frowns. So, you'll stay silent? I think I have to, I say slowly, exhaling. But staying silent doesn't mean I won't act in my own life. I won't wait for life to happen to me. I can't let them, or anyone, control my actions. He nods, still watching me carefully. Sounds like you're figuring it out. That's good, Ryan. Really? I manage a small, bitter smile. Figuring it out, yeah. That's all I can do for now. Keep my own life intact while letting the rest unfold naturally. Liam glances at the book in my hand. You're strong, Ryan. You're making choices that others might not have the guts to make. I nod, feeling some weight lift from my chest. I hope so. I want to be better, smarter, stronger. Not just because of her or Jason, but for me. He smiles faintly. Then keep at it. Focus on yourself first. Everything else will figure itself out. I glance at the clock. I should probably get going. Thanks, Liam, for this. No problem, he says. Just remember, Ryan. Don't let anger or guilt guide your choices. Only you decide what's right. I nod again, chest heavy but lighter somehow, walking toward the exit, mind buzzing. I can feel the moral dilemma still twisting inside me, but I also feel a strange clarity. I grip the door handle, pausing before stepping outside. I won't meddle. I won't ruin myself by chasing their mistakes. But I'll watch. And I'll focus on myself. The city hums around me, people bustling, life moving forward. I take a deep breath, letting the air fill my lungs, and whisper to myself, control my life. Focus on me. Let everything else fall where it may. And for the first time that day, I feel a flicker of peace. I scroll through social media late at night, chest tight, noticing the latest post from Madeline Green and Jason Moore. Her smile seems forced in one photo, Jason's arm rigid around her. Is that fake? I mutter, fingers trembling over the phone. A message pops up from Sarah. Party tonight. Everyone's going. You should come. Madeline and Jason are already there. Oh. I stare at the screen. My stomach twists. Do I go? Just to observe? Ryan, what are you thinking? Ethan Reynolds' voice comes through on speaker. I don't know, I admit. I'm thinking, maybe I should see for myself. See if their relationship is really as perfect as they show online. Or, maybe it's not your business, Ethan warns. You've got a front row seat to karma. Don't interfere. I know, I whisper. But I need to see it. I can't explain why, just, I need to know. Later, I arrive at the party, slipping quietly through the door. Music thumps, laughter echoing, but my focus is sharp. I spot Madeline Green across the room, Jason Moore next to her. Their smiles are stiff, eyes avoiding each other. I overhear Sarah whispering to a friend nearby. Did you see them? Jason's being such a jerk tonight. Madeline looks annoyed all the time. I freeze, chest tight. Yeah. I'm noticing it too, I murmur under my breath, leaning against the wall. I hear Jason Moore's voice, sharp and loud. I don't care what you think, Madeline. I said it already. Madeline Green snaps back. You always say that. You never listen. I take a step closer, hiding behind a pillar, heart hammering. Finally, some cracks, I whisper. Some real tension. Jason Moore laughs, but it's harsh, forced. You're overreacting. Just calm down. I'm not overreacting. Madeline Green shouts. You're impossible sometimes. Why do I even put up with this? I glance at Sarah, who grins faintly, whispering, see? I told you. Karma's funny. I bite my lip, fighting a smile. Don't enjoy this too much, Ryan. Not your fight. Jason Moore turns, voice dripping with arrogance. Whatever, you're just being dramatic. Always like this. Always. Madeline Green glares, chest rising and falling. You're unbelievable. You think I'll just stay quiet? You think I'll let you control everything? I step back slightly, heart racing. This is it, the arrogance, the betrayal, finally catching up. I feel a flicker of guilt. Should I say something? Confront Jason Moore? Warn Madeline Green? No, I whisper to myself. This isn't my place. Karma is unfolding. Let it. I observe as Jason Moore storms off toward the balcony, muttering under his breath. Madeline Green sighs, crossing her arms, chest tight, clearly frustrated. Sarah nudges me. Enjoying the show, Ryan? I chuckle softly. I think I am. But it's complicated. I shouldn't feel like this. You're human, Sarah says with a grin. Some things are meant to unfold naturally. Just watch, don't intervene. I nod, taking a deep breath, chest rising with relief and tension. Right. I'll watch. Silent observer. That's all I can be. From across the room, I see Jason Moore trying to apologize, words clumsy, eyes guilty, but Madeline Green turns away, shaking her head. Yes, I murmur, chest tight. Finally, some consequences. I stay near the wall, observing the subtle cracks, the forced smiles, the sighs, the quick glances filled with doubt. It's satisfying in a quiet, almost painful way. Karma is real, unfolding without my interference. I notice my own chest rising and falling, a strange calm settling in me. I'm not involved. I'm not seeking revenge. I just watch and live my life. Sarah whispers again, this is better than drama on social media, huh? I smile faintly, nodding. Way better. Real life, messy but real. Madeline Green storms out a few minutes later, chest tight, slamming the door behind her. Jason Moore stands frozen, fumbling his words, eyes wide. I take a slow breath. Finally, she's gone. He's left with the consequences of his arrogance. And I didn't touch a thing. I just watched. I glance at the party, the music, the chatter, the people oblivious to the drama that just unfolded. Life moves on, and so do I whisper. I step out into the night, the cool air hitting my face, chest swelling with satisfaction and relief. Karma has begun and I'm still standing, watching, living. And for the first time in weeks, I feel at peace. I sit at a corner table in the cafe, hands wrapped around my coffee, chest tight. My eyes scan the door every few seconds. Madeline Green finally walks in, her smile forced, eyes darting nervously. Jason Moore trails behind, looking smug but tense. Ryan, Madeline says, voice cautious. She sits across from me. Hi, Madeline, I say calmly, chest heavy. We need to talk. Really talk. Jason Moore hovers near the edge of the table, arms crossed. I don't know why you're doing this, Ryan, he says, voice tight. I take a deep breath, trying to steady my racing heart. I've been holding this in for months. Watching. Waiting. Wondering how someone I trusted could betray me so completely. And I can't anymore. Madeline Green fidgets with her coffee cup, eyes darting around. Ryan. I didn't mean for it to happen like this. I was confused. Emotional. I didn't know what I wanted. I lean forward, chest tight, voice low but firm. Confused? Emotional? You left me without a word. You chose Jason Moore over everything we had. You shattered me, Madeline. 3 years. Gone. All gone. And you call it confusion? Jason Moore clears his throat, voice defensive. Ryan, she's not your possession. She made her choice. You can't control her feelings. I'm not controlling her, I say sharply, leaning back, letting my chest rise and fall. I'm telling her what it felt like. Do you even hear me, Jason? Do you understand the pain? The betrayal? Madeline Green bites her lip, tears glistening in her eyes. I hurt you, Ryan. I know I did. I'm sorry. But I was weak. I made mistakes. I didn't know how to be honest with myself. I shake my head slowly, chest heaving. Weakness doesn't excuse betrayal, Madeline. I loved you. I trusted you. And you walked away without even saying goodbye. Did you even think about how I'd feel? Jason Moore shifts uncomfortably. She was struggling too. I just tried to be there. She needed support, Ryan. You weren't enough at the time. Not enough. I laugh bitterly, voice rising. I gave everything, Jason. Everything I had. And you think you're the hero here? You think stepping in after the fact justifies what she did? Madeline Green looks down, chest tight, voice barely above a whisper. I didn't think it through. I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I was scared. I lean back, staring at her. Scared? You should have been scared of losing me, Madeline. You should have faced your fears, your choices, instead of running into Jason Moore's arms. And now, you have to live with it. You have to face the consequences of your actions. She swallows hard, tears spilling down her cheeks. I know I hurt you. I never meant to destroy us. I loved you. I still do in some way. But I messed up. Jason Moore clears his throat again. Ryan, we're trying to fix this in our own way. You don't have to make this harder. I shake my head, chest swelling with conflicting emotions. Fix it? There's nothing to fix anymore. You've made your choices. And I have to decide mine. Do I forgive? Or do I let the anger take over? Madeline Green looks up, eyes pleading. Ryan, please. I can't take back what I did. But I'm asking for a chance, just to explain, to be honest now. I sit back, closing my eyes, breathing deeply. My chest rises and falls slowly. Forgiveness, it's tempting. Part of me wants to forgive, to pretend it didn't happen. But another part wants revenge. I want you to feel what I felt. Jason Moore flinches slightly, sensing the tension. Ryan. Jason, stay out of this, I say sharply. This is between me and Madeline Green. You don't get to dictate my emotions. She nods, chest tight, eyes glimmering with remorse. I understand, Ryan. And I deserve whatever you feel. Whatever you decide. I stare at her, searching her eyes for something. Remorse, regret, honesty. I see it. Faint, trembling, but there. My chest tightens with emotion. You hurt me in ways I can't describe, I whisper. But holding on to that anger will only control me. And I won't let that happen. Madeline Green blinks, surprised. You forgive me? I shake my head slowly. Not yet. Forgiveness takes time. But I won't let revenge guide me either. I'll focus on myself. And karma will do its work in its own time. Her eyes glisten with tears. Ryan. I understand. I rise from the table, chest lifted, feeling a strange calm. Good. Learn from this. Live with the consequences. And maybe you'll finally understand what you lost. I glance at Jason Moore, who looks helpless, realizing the arrogance he carried is now powerless against the consequences of his and Madeline Green's actions. I turn toward the door, chest heaving with clarity and resolve. I won't let this define me, I whisper to myself. I control my life. Not them. Not the betrayal. Not the pain. As I step outside into the sunlight, the breeze hits my face. My chest swells with a mixture of sadness, strength, and liberation. Forgiveness is possible, but revenge is unnecessary. Karma is already at work. And for the first time I feel truly free. I scroll through social media in the quiet of my apartment, chest tight, eyes scanning updates that feel like a slow-burning victory. Jason Moore's latest post, him bragging about some deal at work, catches my attention. A comment pops up, he got fired. Heard he embarrassed the company. I blink, chest rising with disbelief. He got fired? I mutter, leaning back in my chair. My phone buzzes. Ethan Reynolds calling. I swipe to answer. Ryan? You seeing this? Ethan asks, voice full of disbelief. Yeah, I say slowly. Jason Moore lost his job. Karma's catching up. Ethan laughs softly. Finally. Some justice. But, you okay watching from the sidelines? I shrug, chest heavy. I don't feel triumphant. Just calm. Strange, Ethan. I don't need to intervene. I just watch and let it happen. A few days later, I'm at the coffee shop again, nursing a latte when a mutual friend, Sarah, approaches. Ryan, did you see him yesterday? Sarah asks, eyebrows raised. Jason Moore? I say casually. Yeah. Looks like everyone's abandoning him. Heard a few friends cut ties. Sarah shakes her head. He was arrogant. Thought nothing could touch him. Now, people are seeing the real him. I sip my coffee slowly. Funny how arrogance and betrayal always catch up, isn't it? She nods. And the worst part, he doesn't get why. He's clueless. Classic Jason Moore. I glance around the cafe, feeling strangely detached. I guess it's satisfying in a quiet way. Not because I wanted this, but because justice works itself out. Later that evening, my phone buzzes with a message. Ryan, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Can we talk? Madeline Green. My chest tightens. I stare at the screen, heart racing. I type back slowly. I've moved on, Madeline. It's too late. She responds instantly. Please, just hear me out. I never meant to hurt you this way. I close my eyes, leaning back. Chest heaving, I whisper to myself, I don't need this. I don't need her apologies. I call Ethan. She reached out, I say quietly. Madeline Green? Ethan asks, tone careful. Yeah. wants to reconcile, I admit, chest rising with conflicting emotions. But I can't. Not after everything. Good, Ethan says firmly. You've done enough for her. It's time you focus on yourself. I nod, closing my eyes. I know. It's hard not to feel something. The next morning, I see Jason Moore's post spiraling. Friends commenting, mocking subtly, questioning his character. He replies angrily, chest puffed, trying to defend himself. But the more he argues, the more the world sees his arrogance. I lean against the counter at the cafe watching. A small part of me whispers, finally, he's realizing what he lost, what he did. A friend approaches. Ryan, you seeing Jason Moore's meltdown? Yeah, I say, voice steady. It's happening naturally. No interference needed. Justice doesn't need my hand. That evening, I walk through the park, chest calm, letting the cool breeze wash over me. I think about Madeline Green, about Jason Moore, about everything that happened. A message buzzes again. Madeline Green, I understand. I'll respect your choice. I hope you're happy, Ryan. I stare at it, chest rising and falling, feeling relief. Not happiness because she's reaching out, but peace because I chose me. Days later, a mutual friend texts me, Jason Moore's career is falling apart. No one wants to work with him. People are distancing themselves. I nod slowly. Chest tight but steady. Karma doesn't rush. It unfolds slowly. But it's inevitable. I think about the months of rage, heartbreak, confusion, and confrontation. Every moment led here. Watching doesn't feel like weakness. It feels strength. I let others face the consequences while I rebuild. Another message from Madeline Green comes. Take care, Ryan. Truly. I type back. I will. Take care as well. I put the phone down, chest swelling with clarity. I no longer need closure from them. The universe handled it. Karma is real, slow but unstoppable. And I am free. I sip my coffee, watching the city move around me, people laughing, walking, living. Jason Moore's arrogance has collapsed. Madeline Green faces the weight of her choices, and I remain standing, calm, whole. For the first time, I feel a deep, unshakable peace. The betrayal, the anger, the heartbreak, all of it has led to this moment of clarity. I whisper quietly to myself, chest rising steadily, I survived. I grew. And life moves forward. The world continues, indifferent yet just, and I walk forward into it, lighter, stronger, and finally unburdened. I sit on the balcony of my apartment, chest rising and falling slowly, watching the city lights flicker in the distance. The breeze brushes against my face, carrying a sense of calm I haven't felt in months. My mind drifts through the months of chaos, heartbreak, and betrayal. Ryan, you okay? Ethan's voice comes through on the phone. I smile faintly, chest swelling with quiet gratitude. I am now, I say softly. It's been a journey, Ethan. You know that. I know, he replies, chuckling. But you made it through. Stronger, calmer. I can hear it in your voice. I lean back in the chair, chest tight at first, then relaxing. It wasn't easy. There were nights I thought I'd never feel normal again. Madeline Green, Jason Moore, their choices haunted me. But I've learned something important. What's that? Ethan asks, curious. That my self-worth isn't tied to anyone else's actions. I can feel hurt, but I won't let it define me. I won't let betrayal control me. I pause, letting the words sink in, chest rising with each deliberate breath. I've learned patience too. Karma doesn't need my interference. Life unfolds in its own way, and I just watch and focus on myself. Ethan is quiet for a moment. Sounds like wisdom, Ryan. Proud of you, man. I smile softly, chest swelling with warmth. Thanks, Ethan. That means a lot. After the call, I close my eyes, letting memories wash over me. The endless hours of waiting outside the hospital, the shock of betrayal when I saw Madeline Green with Jason Moore, the confrontation at the cafe, each moment shaped me, teaching me resilience. My chest feels lighter with each recollection. Claire Thompson calls later, her voice gentle yet firm. Ryan, how's the journey going? You seem calmer. I am Claire, I say. I've been reflecting a lot. Realizing that anger and revenge only chain me. Forgiveness, even if slow or incomplete, frees me. I'm glad to hear that, she replies warmly. You've grown. You've faced your pain, your doubts, and you've come out stronger. Keep nurturing that. I nod, chest tight but steady. I will. I've even started journaling again, tracking progress. Not just work achievements but emotional growth too. It's liberating. I spend evenings revisiting old friendships, reaching out to those I neglected while consumed by betrayal. Each conversation reminds me that life isn't just about heartbreak, it's also about connection. Even small interactions, laughter over coffee, shared memories, teach me patience and the value of support. My chest rises with warmth every time someone checks in or smiles genuinely. Work becomes another source of growth. I dive into projects with focus and determination, earning recognition without needing validation from anyone who once hurt me. My chest tightens briefly with pride each time I succeed on my own terms, realizing empowerment isn't about proving anything to others, it's about proving it to myself. Solitude, once unbearable, becomes a sanctuary. I walk through parks alone, chest open to the wind, feeling grounded in my own presence. I read books I never had time for, challenge my mind and plan for the future. Each quiet moment strengthens my inner boundaries, helping me recognize what I will and won't tolerate. One evening, Ethan drops by, a grin on his face. "You look different, Ryan." Calm, focused. "I like it." "Thanks, Ethan," I say, chest rising in genuine warmth. "It's a process, but I'm learning and enjoying it. The silence, the reflection, it's healing." He nods, observing me for a moment. "Glad you found that balance. You earned it." I smile faintly, chest swelling with appreciation. I think the most important lesson I've learned is that I don't need closure from anyone. Not Madeline Green, not Jason Moore. I have closure from within. And that makes all the difference. I walk onto the balcony again as night falls, city lights twinkling below. Chest lifted, shoulders relaxed, I breathe in deeply, letting the calm settle in. I think about the journey, the betrayal, the heartbreak, and the confrontation. Each step, each painful moment contributed to my growth. Claire's voice echoes in my memory. "You've grown, Ryan." "Yes, I have." I've rebuilt friendships, strengthened my career, embraced solitude, and learned patience. I've established emotional boundaries and reclaimed my sense of self-worth. My chest rises with steady, confident breaths, feeling the weight of the past lift slightly with each moment. I whisper quietly to myself a mantra now: I am stronger. I am whole. I am enough. The city hums around me, indifferent yet alive, and I feel a deep sense of peace. The storms of the past months may have left scars, but they've also left strength. I am not defined by betrayal, anger, or heartbreak. I am defined by how I rise above them. I step back into my apartment, chest calm, feeling lighter than I have in months. The journey isn't over, it never is, but I'm ready for whatever comes next. Confident, grounded, and free. And for the first time, I truly feel at home within myself. I sit on the familiar cold bench outside the hospital, chest rising and falling calmly. The morning sun glints off the pavement, and the distant chatter of nurses and visitors fills the air. I notice a young couple laughing nearby, chest heaving with delight as they hold hands and whisper secrets. It's a bittersweet sight, a reminder that love can be fragile and fleeting. I take a deep breath, letting the crisp air fill my lungs. My phone buzzes. Ethan Reynolds. "Morning, Ryan," Ethan says, voice cheerful as always. "Morning," I reply, chest swelling with quiet satisfaction. "Just sitting here thinking." "Thinking about the past or about the future?" Ethan asks, teasing slightly. I chuckle softly, shoulders relaxing. "A bit of both. The past taught me lessons I never wanted to learn, and the future, well, I finally feel ready for it." "Sounds like growth, man," Ethan says. "I'm proud of you." "Thanks," I say. "I wouldn't have made it without you and Claire. Their guidance, their patience, it mattered." Ethan laughs. "We did our part. You did the heavy lifting. You faced it all, betrayal, heartbreak, anger, and you came out stronger." I glance at the laughing couple again. It's strange. Watching them, it reminds me of Madeline Green and Jason Moore. The chaos, the betrayal, the mistakes. But they're not my concern anymore. I've let it go. "You've earned that peace," Ethan says. "And now you get to live without carrying their weight." I smile faintly, chest lifting. Exactly. I've learned I don't need validation from anyone else. Not from love, not from revenge, not from closure from them. I'm complete on my own. I notice Claire Thompson's text pop up on my phone. "Ryan, hope you're finding clarity today. You've grown so much. Keep walking your path." I type back, "I am Claire. Thank you for everything." I feel at peace. A soft breeze brushes my face. I close my eyes for a moment, chest heaving slowly. The weight of the past months, the heartbreak, the waiting, the confrontation, and the silent watching of karma unfold, weighs less now. Every moment led me here, to this bench, to this clarity. A stranger passes, smiling as they greet the laughing couple. I think about how people move through life, sometimes hurt, sometimes happy, often unaware of the ripples they leave behind. I feel no anger, no lingering bitterness. My chest feels light, steady. I hear a familiar voice. Ryan. I glance up to see Claire, standing a few feet away, her presence calm and grounding. Claire, I say, standing as my chest rises with warmth. Good to see you. You look different, she observes. More relaxed, centered. How does it feel? I sit back down, chest heaving slowly. It feels like breathing freely for the first time in years. I'm finally done carrying the weight of betrayal and heartbreak. I can just be. She smiles softly. That's the point. Life keeps moving, Ryan. People will come and go, make mistakes, hurt, and sometimes betray. But your strength isn't measured by what others do to you, it's measured by how you rise above it. I nod, chest tightening with quiet gratitude. You're right. I've risen. I've learned patience, self-worth, and boundaries. I've seen karma work slowly but surely, and I've focused on myself. And now, I feel whole. Claire nods, eyes glimmering. And that's all anyone could ask for. I glance back at the couple laughing, chest swelling with a sense of continuity in life. Their happiness isn't mine to claim, but it reminds me that love exists, fragile and fleeting, yet beautiful. I feel no jealousy, no longing. I feel acceptance. Ryan. Ethan calls over the phone again. Yes. I answer, chest lifting, voice steady. Want to grab lunch later? Talk about nothing important? I chuckle softly. Yeah, that sounds perfect. I think I can handle a simple, happy conversation without overthinking it. Ethan laughs. Good. You've earned it. I pocket my phone and lean back, chest heaving with deep, even breaths. I notice the sunlight reflecting off the hospital windows, the rustle of leaves in the trees, the laughter of people passing by. Every detail feels vibrant, grounding, a reminder that life continues, chaotic, imperfect, and beautiful. For a long moment, I simply sit there, eyes half closed, breathing in clarity. I feel the past settling into place, no longer sharp, no longer consuming. The betrayal from Madeline Green, the arrogance of Jason Moore, they exist only as lessons, not burdens. I whisper quietly to myself, chest steady, heart calm. I survived. I grew. I am enough. The couple nearby shares a quiet glance, and I smile faintly, chest light, heart at ease. I watch them walk past, hands intertwined, laughter echoing. Life moves on. People make choices, face consequences, and the world keeps turning. And I keep walking forward, stronger, wiser, and finally free. I rise from the bench, chest open to the morning air, shoulders relaxed yet steady. The hospital looms in the background, once a place of anxiety and heartbreak, now just another landmark in my journey. I take a slow, deliberate step forward. And for the first time in years, I feel complete. No need for revenge, no need for validation, no need for closure. The past has taught me what it needed to. Karma has done its work. And I am whole.